All right, so yesterday we got in depth into the details of the who, the what, the whens, the whys, the hows, and all of the groundwork to this lesson. Today, hopefully, if you understood yesterday, we're going to start knocking these out as quick as we can, all right? This is something that'll be sticking with you, like I said, this for like 4 or 5 years. So this is a very important topic. You need to make sure you understand what's going on. But once you get it, once it clicks, you could be able to do them pretty quick. So we talked yesterday about how we are working backwards. We're factoring, we're taking things apart. We have the polynomial answer. We're trying to work backwards to see what created this, and we discovered some patterns when we looked at the area problems, okay? So we know, and again, this is day 2. If you don't understand this, either stop the video and ask me questions, or go back and rewatch yesterday's. We know we have to multiply to be 12 and add to be -7. If you can come up with the two numbers that multiply to be 12 and add to be -7, you'll have the answer. So can you think of anything that multiplies to be 12 and adds to be -7? So if you can, great. If you can't, focus on the multiply number, don't focus on the add number, okay? If I multiply to be 12, if I can't come up with off the top of my head what's gonna work, I start making a list. 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. And I go, hey, 3, 4 adds up to be +7, so I need to add up to be -7. So then you might think, oh yeah, maybe it's -3 and 4, okay? But that wouldn't multiply and that wouldn't add, that's not right. It's gotta both be negatives, all right? We're gonna talk about some of these sign patterns here at the end. But -3 and -4, multiply to +12, add to -7, so that's my answer. X minus 3, X minus 4. All right? That's all there is to it. Once you come up with those two magic numbers, you put them in your answer. Okay? So, what multiplies to -9 and adds to +8? Can you come up with anything? All right, so again, if you're stuck, make a list. 1 and 9. But 1 and 9 don't multiply to +9, and you want them to be negative. Well, there's my answer right there. -1, +9. Multiplies to -9, adds to +8. Do it again. Number 3. Multiplies to what? What's my multiply number? What's my add number? Anybody come up with it? Good. All right. Number 4. What's my multiply number? What's my add number? Good. Everybody come up with it. All right. So I like writing out these negative ones just so everybody kind of gets to see the process we're going through. Multiply to be 6 would be 1, 6, 2, 3, but those are all positives. There's not even a reason to look at that list. There are my two numbers. Once you get the hang of how the signs work, you can kind of figure out the signs before you get started. So right here, when I take a look at this number 5, all right, what's my multiply number? What's my add number? So let's think about the signs of these numbers right here. So I know it multiplies to be +36, but it adds to be -20. What does that tell me about the signs of my answer? So, if it multiplies to be positive, it either has to be plus, plus, or minus, minus. They have to have the same sign. So if it's adding to a negative number, I know it's got to be a minus, minus. I know it has to be. Forget it. All right, I know it's got to be minus, minus. So now I don't have to think about all all the possible combinations. I don't even have to think about like 1 and 30. It could not be 1 and 36. Could be. So I didn't know it's got to be both negative numbers. So now what multiplies? So if I need to make a list, I'm going to go straight to that negative list, and all of a sudden, right there, I found my answer. And I'm ready to go. All right? Number 6. What's my multiply number? What's my add number? So now, if my multiply number is negative, what does that tell me about the signs? Good, it's got to be one positive and one negative. So now I know it's one of each. And if it adds to positive 11, what does that tell me? All right, so that tells me that the bigger of the two numbers has to be positive. So it's 1 and 60, and I know the bigger number has to be positive. If I'm making this list, it's 2 and 30, 3 and 20. What am I doing? 4 and 15. So now by thinking about the signs, I'm not worried about where the negative goes because it adds up to be a positive 11. So I know the bigger number is the positive, and right there, I found my combination. I'm not worried about every possible way to get 60 or negative 60. So I've got the answer. There you go, boys and girls. You know the drill. Get to work. Ask questions.